Today is a weather impact alert because we've got some storms, as we can see right now on that live picture on the south side.
This is kind of a 2-for-1 weather impact alert because it's hot and humid if you're outside of the storms. But the storms that have popped up, unfortunately, are going to mean business here with some heavy rain, a lot of lightning, and some localized severe wind gusts.
They've popped up, like you said. At one point, we looked out the window today, and the rain was coming down sideways.
It had just been sunny like 5 minutes before.
I didn't make it to Florida this summer, but the Florida weather's up here. So let's get right into it. I want to show you the views from a couple of different cameras. One from here at the station looking south down Meridian. We caught one of the big storms that hit the southeastern corner of the county, and now we're getting into the one that's going to be hitting the southwestern part of the county. This is I-74 there, Pleasant View Road. I want to show you why we had this severe thunderstorm warning. These are what we call pulse storms. They build up and then their rain shaft races down eventually and then spreads out. So we're getting microburst wind. You see those red and greens going away from each other versus coming toward sometimes when we get the tornado warnings. This is a classic downburst. So likely had some over 50-mile-per-hour wind there. Beech Grove into parts of Hancock and Shelby counties. And then as you go back to the west on radar, this is approaching the airport. So we're getting some impacts to takeoffs and landings because of the lightning storm that's moving in. And this too could also prompt a warning. We had additional severe thunderstorm warnings earlier today on the eastern side of the state. That atmosphere has been used up a bit. This portion has not. And this may be round 2 for folks there in Carthage and Knightstown. And we've been kind of as expected. We had an outflow boundary that stalled out earlier, and now this is just a messy storm environment. We are going to see these things going until we use up the energy of the atmosphere. So that means fair game for additional heavy thunderstorms along I-70, 74, and even north. You're going to get into some action as well. So there's a lot of energy. You can see where it's been used up. A 73 heat index in Richmond compared to 100 in Lafayette and 106 in Frankfort. And now we've got some rain-cooled air knocking the numbers down, but it's still very, very humid. So there's plenty of juice for these cells to work with. We are in that threat zone. That's a low one, but it's not a 0 one either. So anything on radar today definitely will produce 2 to 3 inch per hour rain rates, lightning, and possibly some localized severe wind. In Indy now, we got an 80-degree temperature. At noontime, we were in the 90s. We had a heat index that was 102, so we've had a little rain-cooled air. Want to talk about the muggy meter as we go into the weekend and even early next week. It is going to stay miserable here. We'll tame the heat a little bit because of storm coverage. Not tomorrow. We're back to 90 plus on the high, and we're back to 100 plus on the heat index. And the heat stress, again, will be in the moderate zone. That means half-hour breaks for every hour outdoors. And like today, we are going to see the heat indices of 100 plus, in addition to seeing some more afternoon and early evening thunderstorms here. So we've got it at about a 50% shot tomorrow, 50% shot there on Friday. Very likely we're going to have afternoon and evening storms on Saturday. Coverage may be a little bit less on Sunday, and then more widespread rain and storms for Monday. After Monday and after Tuesday morning, we may get into some less muggy air the middle part of next week. Stay with us. We'll have another radar check coming up at 4:30.